Hi everyone, this is Tiffany Lavelle, and today I wanted to talk about myself just a little bit, but living with autism. And I also want to mention one of the charity the charity that I'm raising money for besides Disability SA. Now, as I have mentioned, I have Asperger's, which is a form of autism. Autism is basically like a spectrum, and Asperger's is basically on the high functioning part of it. It basically means I am capable of living on my own, but I still have issues that affect me, affect my life, especially in the social realm. Like, another thing you kind of seen me already do is I stutter a little bit. I can definitely overcome that. Like, if something was scripted, I could definitely say that perfectly. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I do have a few short, cute videos with me as a unicorn in them, or as it's known in the My Little Pony universe, an alicorn, which is basically a unicorn with wings. That's the best way I can describe it. But anyway, so living with Asperger's, I never knew I had this until I was an adult. If you've seen my bio on the Fiesta Especial Royal Court page, I mentioned that. So yeah, I was misdiagnosed for years, and it wasn't until I was 21 that I officially got diagnosed. And the doctor who diagnosed me, I was one of our first adults with Asperger's. So yeah, at the time it was 2003 when I was properly diagnosed. And Asperger's itself was not much was still known. They were still doing studies about it. Autism has been around for a bit longer. How long, I don't know. Oh, I'm sure others could definitely tell you that. But yeah, one of the things that it does affect me is socially. Like, I'm terrible at social cues. Sometimes I don't know when to speak, especially when there's a stream of conversation going on around me. And so I often butt into the conversation at times. So one other thing is it can affect me physically. I am super clumsy, and those with Asperger's and even people with autism can be a little clumsy. It's actually different from it. I mean, somebody with autism could act totally different from me, and that's why it's sometimes hard to notice it, especially when women. In fact, it is a known fact that more guys have there are more guys with autism than girls, and I think they actually say it's because it's harder to pick up in girls. I guess because we're more socially tuned in, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm also naturally introverted, and I'm a natural introvert. I actually prefer being on my own a lot more than being around other people because I'm innately shy. Of course, a few of my friends might disagree with me. They'll tell you I can be very social. Well, I can be for a length of time. I do actually, as much as I love the few friends I do have, as much as I love talking with them, I can only talk to them for a certain length of time before I'm like, oh, I need to recharge my batteries. So yeah. But I also really just some people with Asperger's can be really good at one subject and or in a few subjects. Like, one thing I'm very passionate for is my art. I love unicorns. I actually love Greek mythology. I could talk about Greek mythology all day. I love playing video games. I mean, I really love the arts. And if it's sciences, I love the earth sciences. Like, I watch Animal Planet a lot. I watch dog shows a lot. And, this thing has just got darker. There's another thing. I can easily get distracted if something visually happens. I am very, I have sensory issues. Like, I really, really do not like it when somebody suddenly touches me and I'm unaware of it. You might get a little yelp or scream out of me if you tried doing that. And I have sensitive ears. In fact, I hate balloons for this reason. The regular ones that you just inflate and you see at birthday parties. I hate balloons. I don't like them because I never know if they're ever going to get popped. If I know they're going to get popped, I can prepare myself. Almost 10 years ago, my mom took me to see a concert of two of my favorite boy bands, New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys. I had a lot of fun, but this was me almost the entire time. Yeah, I had my ears closed because it got so loud in there, and they had pyrotechnics. Lovely! But yeah. Okay, now to shift gears a little bit here, I'm going to talk about the charity, the Autism Treatment Center of San Antonio. The Autism Treatment Center is actually a statewide program, but the money I'm raising for is going for my local chapter, the center in San Antonio. It's actually in the process of expanding. Like, I've already seen the construction that's going on, because it's right next to the current Autism Treatment Center. And I've already met the person in charge, Cynthia Hamilton. Hi there, Cynthia. And I really like what they're doing. One thing they're definitely trying to improve on is their the services they help with the adults. Because, kids do not stay kids forever. They grow up. And I think they really want to expand on that because once you reach a certain age, at least here definitely here in Texas, the government can't help you anymore, because a lot of kids are able to get help from the government through other nonprofits, but once they reach a certain age, they don't get that kind of help. Like for me, example, once I don't know what age it was, I want to say 22, definitely in my 20s, I wasn't able to get any governmental help from the government as far as treating my autism specifically. Like, currently I am on SSI and SSDI. SSI is and I'm on those programs, which basically pays me, but a bulk of that money ends up going to my parents. So I only have very little money to spend, which is why I try to be frugal with my money. And through that, I'm also on Medicare and Medicaid, which has helped me a lot. And it's actually, but I don't want to stay on those things because I only get so much money, and I don't want to have to rely on the government for my needs. I want to be fully independent, and I can't do that if I'm on these programs for the rest of my life. So the Autism Treatment Center, they want to do programs to help adults more, so I could get help from them, like especially finding a job. I'm pretty sure that they want to help adults in those areas, like job hunting, college, like help them in college socially for sure, and also probably create community, because as somebody with autism, I'm one of the few people I know. I have a few family members with autism, but as far as anybody my age, I know nobody, so I often do feel isolated at times, and it's very frustrating because even though I'm an introvert, I'm not a recluse. I really want to, do enjoy interacting with people too. Ooh, and experiencing things. Like, I have a huge travel bug. I love seeing different things and different people. And I try to be, I want to learn. I want to still keep on learning things. And so by helping my campaign and all the money I get through this campaign, hopefully I can help the Autism Treatment Center do more for people like me in my age. So, and this will hopefully help me and others who are adults become more independent, so they can be on their own if they're able to, or definitely get the support they do need, so they don't, because I know there are those who will need support all their, those who need to be taken care of, especially those who are on the low functioning corner. There are definitely those that definitely are going to need help for the rest of their lives, and they'll need support and heaven forbid, if something happens to their family or something, like I want to be able to get out of my parents' house, so I don't have to be an extra burden on my parents. I love them to death, and I really appreciate all they've done. Well, that's another story on what they've done for me, because believe me, they've done a lot for me, and I may do another video on that. Actually, this is completely random. Yeah, it's another this could be another Asperger's quirk. We can be seemingly random, even though it doesn't seem random to me. I just, if you want to see, if you want to know even more about me and my life and all that, ask me. I am a completely, well, I wouldn't say completely open book, but I don't mind talking about my own personal history. I could talk about myself a lot. I'm an expert at that. Okay, so, this thing's already over 12 minutes. Okay, then. And so I just really wanted to just talk about me a little bit more, and how important I really want to help. I just really want to help out the Autism Treatment Center in San Antonio, because I know they're growing. I know they still need help. And I really thank each and every one of you who do donate. I'm going to take this special shout out to my first donors. These are my cousin Mary E. and my great aunt Marilyn. They donated already. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. And thank y'all, everybody, for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. So, I'm going to be working on my buckets and posters soon. I've been having an artistic blog, which is never good. But I finally know what to do, because I got some help from others who are campaigning. And so, thank y'all guys for the suggestions. Hey! So, this is Tiffany Abell. Take care. Bye-bye now then.